Why, hello there, and welcome back to The Vault, where in this show we cover unknown or forgotten movies. And I'm your host, Joshua Hitton. The movie we will be looking at for this episode is Rango. This movie is an animated / comedy western released in 2011 and starring Johnny Depp, Isla Fisher, and Ned Beatty. The movie earns a 7.2 on IMDb and an 88% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Here's a quick synopsis of the movie. Rango, Depp, a lizard is thrown from a car into the highway with his habitat smashing around him. He finds himself alone in the desert. Searching for water and a place to fit in, he happens upon Beans, Fisher, a lizard as well, who takes him to the town Dirt, where he becomes sheriff by accident while trying to fit in with the town's rough crowd. So, the question is, does this movie deserve the high scores it received from IMDb, 7.2, and Rotten Tomatoes, 88%? And is it a forgotten movie, or is it just another overrated movie that belongs left in obscurity? Without further ado, let's look at the bad and the good of the movie and give it a grade. Let's look at a couple of things I disliked about the movie or thought it could improve on. There is an extended amount of time where nothing is happening. So if you're not invested in the movie, it's pretty easy to just quit paying attention. And then also outside of Depp's voice, I think a lot of the voice actors aren't really into their roles, or they're just not being animated enough as to what's going on around them or their surroundings. Some critics do not like the movie either. Here's a quote from Claudia Poog of US Today and top critic on Rotten Tomatoes from their March 3rd, 2011 movie review. Its strong suit is visual pache. It is too bad that consistent humor and emotional renaissance get lost amid the dust and cacti. A link to their full review will be provided in the description below if you would like to read it. So is the critic right? Maybe. Let's take a gander at what I liked about the movie or where I thought it excelled. So Depp's voice acting in this movie is right on point. The movie is almost worth watching just to listen to him deliver his lines with great enthusiasm and vigor. He seems to really be enjoying himself. Then if you like spaghetti westerns, this movie is for you. It gives many nods to old westerns, even introducing the man with no name in a scene. The plot is also very western. An outsider trying to fit in a new town. I think Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times and top critic on Rotten Tomatoes said it best in their review from March 2nd, 2011. Rango is some kind of miracle, an animated comedy for smart moviegoers. Wonderfully made, great to look at, and wickedly satirical. And gasp! Filmed in glorious 2D. A link to their full review will be included in the description below if you want to read it. So, that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Some of you might get that, of the movie. But, is this movie worth the time it takes to watch? I think that it is a good movie and a fun watch. If you like old westerns and wacky movies, it is for you. Though animated, it holds up for adult audiences and can kind of be a family film, but maybe a bit rough around the edges for some. I recommend it, and I think that Rotten Tomatoes 88% and IMDb 7.2 are right in line, and I personally give it a 7 out of 10. If interested in watching, it is available on Amazon Prime, Hulu, and HBO Now. All right. Well, that concludes our show for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a comment and check out all our other great content on NWTV7, available on YouTube and Twitch. If interested in more movie reviews, tune in Friday nights between 5:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. for Bottom of the Barrel, where I and Cade Kennedy watch and review bad movies on Twitch. This is The Vault. This is Joshua Hinton, and I'm signing off. And as always, stay frosty out there. Have a good day, everybody.